So more examples solved by factorization. So let's first define the product, which is given by 15 times minus 8. This will give us minus 120. Sum is positive 2. So two numbers, which will give us minus 120, are simply minus 10 and 12. But they will give us minus 120 as product and sum to be 2. So I will write this one as 15 x squared minus 10x plus 12x minus 8 is equals to 0. So do the pairing. Common here is 5x into 3x minus 2 plus 4 into 3x minus 2 equals to 0. And then so we'll have 5x plus 4 times 3x minus 2 equals to 0. This implies 5x plus 4 is 0, or 3x minus 2 is 0. Just applying the zero product property of real numbers. So which implies 5x equals to minus 4, or 3x equals to 2. This implies x equals to minus 4 or 5, or x equals to 2 over 3. So the solution to the given quadratic equation is minus 4 over 5, or x equals to 2 over 3. Number 2, we have z squared minus 2z minus 15 equals to 0. So solution here, product is 1 times minus 15, which is minus 15. Sum is minus 2. Now, two numbers, when you add, you get minus 2, and you multiply, you get minus 15, are minus 5 and 3. So this quadratic will be z squared minus 5z plus 3z minus 15 equals to 0. So which will give us z into z minus 5 plus 3 into z minus 5 equals to 0. So this means that z plus 3 is given multiplied by z minus 5 gives 0, which means from the zero product property of real numbers, z plus 3 equals to 0, or z minus 5 equals to 0. So this means that z equals to minus 3 or z equals to 5 are the solutions to that given quadratic equation. Number 3, if we have v squared equals to 9v. Now, solution to this, don't be tempted to divide through by v and then you cross and you say v is 9. That will not give all the answers to the quadratic equation. So mistake, that is likely to be made on this question is by you saying v squared equals to 9v, and then you say divide by v, divide by v, so v equals to 9, and you keep quiet. So this will not earn you full marks. So the first thing you have to do is take this to the left-hand side so that we have v squared minus 9v equals to 0, and then factor v into v minus 9 equals to 0. So using the zero product property of real numbers, this implies v will be 0 or v equals to 9. Of course, you'll have v equals to 0 or v minus 9 equals to 0. So this now when you get a complete or full marks for this, but not by dividing through by v and giving one solution. Another example, number 4, we have y minus 2 times y plus 3 equals to 14. Now, there's a possibility that someone can make a mistake in this problem by saying so there's a mistake. Someone can do this. Y minus 2 equals to 0, or y minus 2 equals to 14. Or y plus 3 equals to 14. And then they say y equals to 14 plus 2, or y equals to 14 minus 3. So y equals to 16, or y equals to 11. If you do this one, you get it wrong, because you cannot apply the zero product property when the right-hand side is a non-zero value. So this would be very, very wrong. So this will give you a big 0. The correct thing to do is to expand the left-hand side and rearrange the equation so that the right-hand side is 0. So we'll do this one by saying y multiplied by y plus 3 minus 2 times y plus 3 equals to 14. And then this will be y squared plus 3y minus 2y, minus plus is minus 6. Then bring this one to the left, minus 14 equals to 0. So that now you write y squared 3y minus 2y is y, minus 6 minus 14 is minus 20 equals to 0. So then now this is where now you need to now identify product and sum. So product is 1 times minus 20, which is minus 20. Sum is positive 1 coefficient of y, and numbers will be minus 4 and 5. So then now you write this one as y squared. So this y squared minus 4y plus 5y minus 20 equals to 0. So then you pair this and this. So y into y minus 4 plus 5 into y minus 4 equals to 0. So this implies y plus 5 multiplied by y minus 4 gives 0. So using the zero product property for real numbers, so this implies y plus 5 equals to 0, or y minus 4 equals to 0 is now the last step that gives solution y equals to minus 5, or y equals to positive 4. So therefore, this is the answer to that given problem. So you have to be careful on how to apply the zero product property for real numbers. And then number 4, we have 6w squared plus 13w minus 5 equals to 0. Solution for this. So first define product, which will be 6 times minus 5, which is minus 30. Sum is 13. So two numbers whose sum is 13 and product minus 30 are minus so product is minus 30 and then sum is 13. The numbers are, so factors of minus 30 plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 5, plus or minus 10, plus or minus 6, plus or minus 15, plus or minus 30 itself. So the two numbers which will give us this result will be, you can check, should be minus 2 and positive 15. So that we'll write this one as 6w squared plus 13w minus 5 equals to 0. As 6w squared minus 2w plus 15w minus 5 equals to 0. So 6w squared minus 2w, common is 2w. So 2w, 3w minus 1 plus 5 into 3w minus 1. So which means we'll have 2w plus 5 times 3w minus 1 equals to 0, which means 2w plus 5 equals to 0, or 3w minus 1 equals to 0, which means we'll have 2w equals to minus 5, or 3w equals to 1, which implies w equals to minus 5 over 2, or w equals to 1 over 3. Then next, number 5. If we have a question like 2x minus 3 squared equals to 25, then this one you don't have to struggle. You can just get the square root directly and say solution for this. Instead of opening and then collecting to get a quadratic, just say 2x minus 3 squared equals to 25. You supply square root on both sides. So square root and then square root. But remember, square root is plus or minus. So this square and this cancels out. So it'll be 2x minus 3 equals to plus or minus 5. So which means 2x equals to, now this will be 3 plus or minus 5. So which means 2x equals to 3 plus 5, or 2x equals to 3 minus 5. Now 2x equals to 8, or 2x equals to minus 2. Which means x equals to 4, or x equals to minus 1. So those are the solutions to that given question. And another one of the same type, if you are given x minus 3 squared equals to 7, then solution for this, simply write x minus 3 squared equals to 7, and then supply square root on both sides. Square root, plus or minus. So this and this cancels out. So it implies x minus 3 equals to plus or minus root 7, which tells us that x will be 3 plus or minus root 7. So therefore, x equals to 3 plus root 7, or x equals to 3 minus root 7. So these are the solution to that given problem. And then lastly, if you are given x squared minus 2ax plus 8x, and then equals to 16a, then how do we get the value of x? So solution, we'll write this as x squared minus 2ax plus 8x minus 16a equals to 0. And then this one directly is in the correct form, where factorization of this will give us x into x minus 2a plus 8 into x minus 2a. So this implies that x plus 8 multiplied by x minus 2a gives 0. Now, using the zero product property for real numbers, will give x plus 8 0, or x minus 2a is equals to 0. So which means x equals to minus 8, or x equals to 2a. So those are the solutions to that given quadratic equation. Thank you.